The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host and or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of the host and or Paranormal Buzz Radio and or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is prohibited. Paranormal Buzz Radio will not be held responsible for you holding your knees, crying, and rocking in a corner in a puddle of your own urine, or being beheaded by a group of children in a cornfield. In fact, if you come across a group of children in a cornfield, we promise to make fun of you as you run away screaming in terror. Listener discretion is advised.
You're listening to RAP Paranormal and Friends with your hosts,
Kim Purvis
and Alison Robinson. Make sure to check us out on our Facebook pages, RAP Paranormal and Friends and RAP Paranormal Busters, for up-to-date show information and events. Hey everyone, welcome to another night of RAP Paranormal and Friends. Tonight we don't have a guest, so we figured we're just going to talk anything and everything paranormal. So if you hop into chat, or if you're listening secretively, you could pop into chat, ask us questions, and we'll answer it the best of our ability. Because we're just winging it tonight, honestly.
We wing it every night. What are you talking about?
I know, that's true. It wouldn't be our show if we weren't winging it. And we actually started on time because, not having any technical difficulties that we're aware of anyways. I'm assuming
Hopefully
the universe can hear us because I didn't do a sound check. So.
Well, everything's working, so.
Yeah, everything's showing that it's working on the screen, so we're just going to go with it.
Well,
sorry, I get the hiccups already.
We're not on an investigation.
I know.
Let's start with new people starting out in the paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, this is our opinion. We're not always right.
Right.
But we've taken a lot of beginners on investigations with us.
Mm-hmm.
And what we like to do is let them take the tour of the place, go look around,
mm-hmm.
and we try not to give them a lot of information about the place,
mm-hmm.
because what happened between me and you in that place
mm-hmm.
might not even happen with them.
Right, yeah,
so
exactly.
You want them to go in kind of knowing, but not knowing all the details. That way they're not expecting, hey, you had this happen in this room, or this happened in this room, why ain't it happening now?
Right, yeah. I mean, stuff is not always going to happen the same way. Not everybody's going to get the same experience from a location. Some people may go into a location and get tons of activity. And you might go there and not get squat. And you're like, well, they got all this activity, why aren't we? Well, I mean, you can't tell them to come out on command. They're not puppets, for one. And everybody has their own individual experiences, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. And what I like to do to a group is let them pick the room they want to go to first after they've done their tour and everything,
mm-hmm.
and make them sit there for a few minutes,
mm-hmm.
quietly, just kind of get the feel of the place,
mm-hmm.
and then what I usually like to do is let them do their
mm-hmm.
thing in there, and we stay out of it for a little bit and see how they do. You know,
Right.
let them ask the questions. And they're never wrong. They're never right. You know, there's no right or wrong.
Right.
So whatever questions they want to ask, they can ask.
Exactly. I think that's a good way to learn too.
And if you're just starting out, there's no sense of buying all this equipment.
No.
Because if you don't like it, then you've sunk all this money into this stuff. And basically all you need is yourself, a recorder,
Yeah.
video camera if you got one, but it's not necessary.
Right.
Because you can take videos with your phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I found cat balls. They work great everywhere.
Oh yeah, they do for sure.
So, and they're cheap.
Yep.
You got a recorder, your cat balls, and your phone for pictures.
Hey, it's been a long time.
But you don't have to buy all this equipment right at first.
Mm-hmm.
And like trigger objects.
Right.
Trigger objects work great.
Mm-hmm.
But get the history of the place.
Right.
Study your history. Because you're not going to want to take, like, the Granger house.
Yeah.
They know nothing about Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
They played with wooden toys back then.
But we did have
Yeah,
them move
we
that little
did.
car.
But a lot of places don't know what Hot Wheels are. They
Right.
know what wooden cars are.
Right.
Or bigger trucks. Or
Mhm.
stuff like that, metal trucks.
Right.
But these little tiny Hot Wheels,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. So you gotta study your history.
Mm-hmm.
And most girls like dolls.
Yeah.
But
Right. That's why they're so plastered with all these damn creepy dolls everywhere.
But I wouldn't take Barbie because a lot of these older wouldn't probably know what a Barbie is.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, you find some.
Yeah, it depends on the history of the place.
Yeah, it does. It depends on the history. Sorry, I'm just catching up on everybody who's in chat. Thanks everybody for joining us. We feel loved tonight. A lot of times I feel like I'm going Bueller. Anybody home?
But no, well, we always explain the equipment we got and let them play with it and let them do their investigation, and then we'll step in and do ours too with them.
Yeah.
And it's always good when you're going into place to introduce yourself.
Oh, yep.
Make them, introduce yourself and stuff like that. Like we do at Granger House. We always say hello to Dora.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Gotta mind your P's and Q's with her. Even though I really haven't got a backlash from her from dropping the F-bomb so many times.
No, because I'm always apologizing. Every time I hear something. Sorry, Dora.
Yeah. I kind of have a mouth like a sailor, especially when we're...
I'll wash your mouth out with soap later.
Yeah, right? Oh, gosh. I probably wouldn't swear if I had that happen. Ever. It's yuck. It's a bar of soap in your mouth.
Had it done once when I was little. Nope, not again.
Kinsey had it done too, and now she's 19 years old, and you don't hear her say anything like that. Maybe once or twice.
You learn your lesson around certain people.
Yep, exactly. Not me, not so much. I've always had a mouth like a sailor. We're going down the rabbit hole here.
Yeah, we are.
Squirrel moment, just off track talking about potty mouths. But yeah, I think it's a good idea when you go into a location, whether you've been there or not, to go in, introduce yourself, let them know why you're there. And like we do sometimes, we sit, we get the feel for the room, and then we may ask some questions, but a lot of times we'll sit there and just have our own conversations And it seems like when we're having our own conversations is when we get more activity, because then they're like, hey, I'm here, I want to join in. So then, we interact with them as well. You don't always have to ask the same questions.
No.
Like, why did you die? Or were you murdered? Were you killed? Ask them what they like to do. What's their favorite hobby? Or try to see if it's like a intelligent spirit. Ask them what month it is, what year it is, or have them repeat what number you say, or something, to see if you get an intelligent response.
Yeah. And for beginners, if you don't start getting responses after a certain time, don't stay in there for an hour and a half trying to get something, because you're not going to get anything. Because they don't know you, and we might not talk to you right now. Go on to the next room. You can always come back to that room. Because, like at the manor, Melbourne, sometimes we get stuff in Susie's room, sometimes we don't. So you just got to move on. Stay in there for a while, move on, and then come back. And she's always talking to us the second time. The first time she's kind of like quiet. There's nothing going on in her room at all.
Right, yeah.
Just like Gracie. You can tell when she's in her room or if she's not in her room.
Oh, yeah, the smell. Ooh, boy. Yeah.
But yeah, you don't want to stay an hour and a half if you're not getting nothing. Just do it for a while. Get the feel of the place. And if you're not getting anything right away, move on to the next room. You can always come back.
Right, yeah, you can always go back.
And just move on. And once they get to know you, and you keep moving room to room, they're going to get to know you more. They'll probably talk to you even more.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, these guys aren't going to hurt me,
Right, exactly.
They're kind of friendly. Well, I think we'll talk to them. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
That's a maybe.
I mean, there's some locations that we haven't really gotten anything in, and there's others where, like, it's our first time there, and it's like, maybe they're like, ooh, new people, and they're just like, blah, 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 blah. We get a lot of interaction. But it seems like lately, the most interaction that we get is when we're setting up or in the early hours. And then after like 9-10 o'clock, it just kind of fizzes out.
Fizzes out for a while, and then about midnight, 1 o'clock, it starts picking back up again. Certain places.
Yeah. I'm gonna strangle that damn cat.
We go kill a kitty. Just a minute. But yeah, you always give them respect when you go into a place.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And do not provoke it.
No, I don't care for provoking.
Well, the only time we really provoked was at the jail to see Missouri State. But we didn't provoke, we acted.
I don't even remember.
We were down on death row. And you in the principal's office at Farrar.
Oh, well, I'm just acting like I'm
Yeah, you were
kid
acting like a kid, a naughty kid, but that's not really provoking, but...
Yeah, because I'm not, like, demanding them to come out or, yelling at them. I'm just like, hey, I'm in the office, got in trouble, you're not in here, I'm gonna write on your desk, or, I'm gonna write on here with Sharpie, or, whatever, and get locked down. Saying they're going through his nudies.
Yeah, and you had a beginner with you, and you both got locked in.
Oh yeah, but she was dumb enough to come in there with me again later that night and get locked in again.
Twice.
Yeah, after she cried, and finally the door unlatched, and she was able to get out, and then later that night she went back in there with me. I'm like, oh my gosh, did you not learn your lesson the first time?
Yeah, there's no sense of spending a lot of money to investigate.
No, there's not.
Yeah, you like the bells and whistles and stuff.
Mm-hmm. They're fun.
But I found with all my equipment, yeah, it was neat when I first got it. But half the stuff we don't even use anymore.
Well, some of it we never even figured out how to use it. Don't even think it was working properly.
It never did work properly.
Mm-hmm. There's a couple things. Like some kind of like view thing that you have, or that one thing that you're supposed to be able to, I don't know if it records or takes pictures, or remember some kind of detector thing, but it was like one that you look through, or I don't remember what it's called. We couldn't figure it out. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody use it.
I think I'm going to have to go through my equipment and figure out what I got.
You're going to have to, because that was different. I don't think I've ever seen anybody use that. So I don't even know what it's called. But it was something to that effect. I don't know if it was like an anomaly detector or...
I don't know. I'd have to go through like I said, a lot of my equipment is all packed away and we don't even use it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't. We travel light nowadays, so... Which is fine, because we have the main pieces that we...
use a lot, like the tripwire, the cat balls, the candles.
Yeah.
Our spirit box.
Just like, is it from the one from Ghostbusters? I don't know.
I don't know. I'd have to go back through my stuff.
I'm not really sure, Shay. I don't even remember, because she got it years ago and we just have never... We tried it. We couldn't figure it out.
Well, that's just like the one where you hook it up to metal.
Mm-hmm.
And if they grab that metal, it's supposed to go off.
Right.
And it's like... we haven't got that figured out because the alarm never goes off. When you set it, the alarm goes off and never shuts off.
Yeah, it never goes off. So
and I've adjusted it and I can't get it figured out.
Yeah, no, can't. So who knows what that's about.
I always thought it was cool because you can clip it on anything metal, and if they grabbed whatever that trigger object is, it was going to go off. But
right.
We haven't got that one figured out yet.
No, we haven't. Maybe eventually, but I don't know if there's like maybe like a connection issue. Like maybe it's... I mean, because it always goes off, but you think it's got to have something to where it's... I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, it's just something we just packed away till later.
Yeah.
We've been getting our cameras back out again.
Oh, yeah.
Surveillance cameras.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We don't set up as many, so I don't have so much to go through, but...
Right.
We're starting to take them back out with us again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We did that at Malvern.
Melbourne, we did it, and we did it somewhere else, didn't we? No, we just went to Melbourne with them.
It was just Malvern. We haven't done it anywhere else yet. Not recently, anyways.
Well, we're pretty much done, but one more for the winter. Because I don't like cold.
I don't either, and a lot of these places don't have heat or like, you know.
Well, not so much that. I don't like driving and not knowing if it's going to snow, storm, or anything, and then get stranded in a snowstorm. Or
Right. Me either. We've done that. We've done that before, so we don't need to do it again.
What else could we tell beginners?
Well, that it's not like you see on TV.
No, it's not like what you see on TV.
No, not even close.
Go paint your wall. and stare at it and watch it dry. That's ghost hunting.
Exactly. Watching noodles boil.
And talk to it like you're talking to yourself.
Yep, exactly. Sitting in a dark room, looking like you're talking to yourself.
Besides the voice recorder, what equipment piece is most likely to... Well, you got... A camera's nice, but you don't have to go out and spend mega money for a camera. You've got a video camera on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
You can always use that.
Mm-hmm.
You've got cat balls. They're cheap, and so far, everybody I talk to and us, they have worked everywhere we've been.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So those are your three main things to have. Then you can, if you're gonna like it and stuff, and you want to keep doing it, then you can go and invest in your K2s and all that. But don't go overboard. Like I said, we've bought equipment. Now we don't even use them.
Right. Yeah, recorders definitely, because it's so fun to sit there and go back. I mean, yeah, you're like, oh man, listening to it. And sometimes, might be listening to 8 hours of snoring. But there's those times where you get those voices that are none of yours. And you're like, holy shit, I caught something. Like, that's what's cool about having the recorder. You catch things that you may not hear with your ears at that time.
Yes, a camera would work too. Just a plain digital camera.
Polaroid cameras, that's something I want to try too. I want to try a Polaroid.
I've got mine dug out, I think. Nico says he'll buy it all. That's what I did. I was buying it all, then we don't use it.
You feel free. You go on that.
Everything new come out.
You go on that shopping spree.
I had to quit.
Yeah.
But yeah, but there's no sense of a beginner if they're not for sure if they're gonna like doing this. Why go out and spend all that money?
Right?
And then you got to try to find somebody to buy it because you got all this stuff sitting around. You don't want to do it no more.
Exactly. And I'm sure that's happened more times than we know.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, because it does get kind of boring at times, but
yeah. And another good thing, keep an eye on your equipment.
Oh,
Make sure you get it all loaded up. Double check, triple check.
Right.
Because I lost my REM pod at Edinburgh. And nobody turned it in.
Yeah.
Because if they see equipment at these places and the owners didn't catch it first, it's gone.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're not going to turn it in.
Oh, no, they're going to take it.
And we thought we checked the whole place, but we must have missed one of the rooms that where we had it, because I do not have it.
Yeah. Which is so bizarre, because I swear it was in that corner with all our other stuff.
So did I.
But who knows?
What else?
I have no idea. Tired. I can tell you that much.
No, I'm not tired.
It gets so dark early now,
I know, I hate that.
It's like, I'm ready for bed already. And it's not even 7:30.
I was in bed at 7 o'clock last night.
Oh, good Lord.
Nothing on TV, nothing to do.
Yeah. Let's see. Anything else that we can talk about? Paranormal.
Oh, for beginners, try to debunk things.
Oh, yeah.
Don't, you hear a noise or something, or check everything out. Make sure something else couldn't have made that noise.
Mm-hmm.
Never go on, oh, I heard a knock. It could have been somebody. It could have been something. Or a window pounding or something.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta try to debunk everything first.
Right. Okay, so you know what I found interesting? It was okay. When we were at Ashmore,
Yeah.
we had the banging in that hallway.
Yeah.
The big bangs.
The Big Bang.
And then we were all trying to figure out, well, me and Chris were trying to figure out what that bam, bam, bam. It sounded like a window being knocked on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the episode with
Jack Osborne?
And they had the same shit.
They had the same banging we did.
Yeah, so I
It
found that
sounded like a window, and they go, there's no window.
Yeah, it was in the same spot.
Yeah.
Exact same spot.
Same
I'm like,
spot.
That's a little odd.
Hey, two people had the same
Yeah.
at different times.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were looking for a window, and so were we, and we couldn't find a window either.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't know. That was a little odd. I was like, oh my gosh. It's like, no way. We had this happen. Same, in the exact same spots.
I wish they would have had the slamming like we had that before those windows.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was in the building, right behind Rebecca.
Oh, yeah.
There was no mistaking that one.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. That was crazy.
Well, look at Ashmore. Everybody went to bed. They all quit investigating.
Mm-hmm.
Me and you and the tour guide was sitting up there talking.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't quite ready for bed because we're used to going to bed at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right, yeah, exactly.
So, and then we heard the whistling and humming down the hallway.
Yeah.
And then when we set the equipment out, it quit.
Jeez.
And then when we brought the equipment back in, it started again.
Jiminy Christmas. That's insane. Yeah, I know, it did. It was so weird.
Now I'd like to do Ashmore a 2-nighter instead of just
me,
one night.
Me for sure.
Because it's a small building, but you had so much activity, you never made it to all the rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Now our next big trip, I think we're going to try to get to Randolph next year.
Yes.
That's our next big trip. Then we'll stick around Iowa again. Illinois, Iowa.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. There's so many locations that are in Indiana now that I'm like, man, you need like a couple weeks worth of like just being able to go down there and investigate it all, but it's like everything's so damn expensive.
I know. That's the only bad thing for beginners. They don't realize how much it actually costs till they get into it, and then each place costs so much a person, and you got to put that deposit down. You got to make sure you have that deposit when you want to book something, and then when you go to book something, it's already full by the time you get your deposit gathered up and want to book it.
Yep.
That's why we try to book it a year in advance, but sometimes when it comes around, things come up that people can't go. So I'm searching for more people to go.
Yeah, I know. That's usually how it goes for us. But we run into that a lot because, some people don't know what they have going on a year from
You don't.
now, whatever. Things change and...
That's just like Edinburgh. It's a lottery. You send them dates and you get whatever first date she comes to is open. That's what you're going to get. You never know what date you're going to get.
Yeah.
Because you got to email her on a certain day, and she says she goes down right as they come in. I stay up till midnight, send my email with my dates, and I only get one date out of 4.
Yeah.
But I understand it's a busy place. Yeah, the drive was what kills you when you go out of state.
It wasn't bad going there. It was coming back
After being up most of the night and then very little sleep and then trying to drive your 6 to 8 hours back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. Randolph's probably farther than Indiana State, isn't it?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's farther out. Not much more, but it's.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's an 8-hour drive.
Mm-hmm.
Or a little over 8-hour drive.
Yeah. Oh boy. That's one we probably wanna maybe. Well, I don't think we have to be out of there till 10.
But still.
So I know I might wanna get a hotel and stay the night to an extra day to kind of, you know what I mean, after investigating, so that way you're fresh to drive home. But what kills you is driving all that way and then investigating all night.
Mm-hmm.
You're just physically
Drained.
That's exactly right. Oh my gosh.
Because Ashmore was just a little over 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time we got there, ate supper,
Mm-hmm.
we all wanted to nap.
I know, right?
But we can't. We got to go and investigate.
Mm-hmm.
And we were up till, 3:30 in the morning. And then we got a little bit of sleep. I don't think we had to be out there till 10? 9, 10.
Something like that.
So we got a little bit more sleep than we usually do
Mm-hmm.
if we're at the manor or somewhere.
Oh, shit, yeah.
But it's still a long drive home.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever's driving, you gotta make sure they stay awake.
Oh,
So you
yeah.
don't want to go to sleep while they're driving to keep them awake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, does anybody have like a favorite snack or like a drink that they like for those long drives or while you're investigating? I want to know from everybody in chat. I don't know. You like your chocolate bars.
I like my chocolate bars.
And
We
Betsy,
used to use Twizzlers, but I kind of got out of the Twizzlers. Chocolate bars are better. And animal crackers.
Yeah. Animal crackers are good, but I don't know. I usually I'm kind of weird. I bring a veggie tray.
Yeah, she's got to have her veggies.
I gotta have my veggies. And then I usually bring like gummy worms, gummy bears, or Sour Patch Kids or something like that. And then I usually bring water, and occasionally I'll bring either one of my ghost drinks or like a Monster, especially if I have to drive home the next morning. I will have one of those energy drinks.
I
Typically.
like my chocolate bars because Hershey's pretty much majority of the people know what a Hershey bar is.
Oh, yeah.
So we use them for trigger objects too.
Oh, yeah, especially if there's like little kids around. We use it like if they interact with us and stuff, we'll be like, we'll bring you a chocolate bar or whatever, and we'll usually set it out.
Put a cat ball or
Or
something by
something by
next to it.
Mm-hmm.
See what happens. Or
Yeah.
on top of it.
Almonds are good too.
Oh, yeah, those are good too.
Mm-hmm. I like mine with all the goody seasonings on them, though, different kinds. Plain ones are fine too, but I don't.
Usually we take so many snacks, we don't even get into them.
I know.
We're always hungry, but it's like we always hit the same thing, but forget about the rest.
Yeah, exactly. Like.
Because we've taken chips and stuff like that. And
Oh yeah.
because when you go to the store just before you're going on a ghost hunt, that sounds good. Okay, let's just get a variety.
Yeah, you just get a variety of stuff. Don't overgo there when you're hungry, though. You'll buy all these snacks for that, and then yeah, you don't go through half of them.
Nope.
But you have them just in case, because sometimes you need that little, like if you bring candy and stuff, sometimes you need that little sugar rush towards the end when you're starting to plateau down and you're like, oh, I'm getting tired, and then you got to have something to kind of perk you back up a little bit.
Sometimes we take our coffee maker because I like coffee once in a while.
Mm-hmm. And really cold places, we've done hot chocolate.
Yeah, we've done hot chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
So we usually bring the coffee maker and hot chocolate mix and.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which is always good to have, especially in those places that don't.
And we always provide water for everybody when we go.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes you just need something to drink, and
right.
water does
the trick.
Gets the trick done.
Yeah. I drink a lot. I drink quite a bit of water on investigation. Because sometimes after eating all the sugar and all that kind of stuff, you need something to balance it out. Because you feel kind of blah afterwards.
Oh, sunflower seeds, yeah.
Yeah, those are good too. Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Thanks, Shay.
Trying to think.
I'm trying to think where you're sitting there and I thought you were going to say something. You're like, And then you're just kind of like...
Well, I come up with the first part. Now it's your turn.
Me? I didn't plan anything for tonight. I was like, we're just going to talk all things paranormal.
Which we are.
Which is usually pretty easy for me. But I am just deadbeat tired from listening to our damn server go beep, beep, beep for the last 4 days at work. It's driving me fucking insane. They just need to send me a new
Yeah, I'll agree with you, Nico. Yeah. A lot of them just go to eat, yeah.
Yeah, a mobile buffet. That's true, yeah. Some probably just do that. Or they go for just the socializing, which, is fine too. Like, some of them aren't able to go around to, certain levels of a building or whatever. They may stay in one central
section.
Yeah. Which is fine. Or sometimes when we have our camera system set up, then we have the monitor and we set chairs up so everybody can, if they're taking a break or want to sit down there, they can watch the monitor, and then we keep a little book there so they can write down what they see at different times and stuff, so we can go back to those times
through it
and
check those times
and see if we see anything.
That way, some people don't want to investigate the whole time. Right. So they go down and sit on the couches and stuff or wherever and to relax and get away from the investigation. And that's where the cameras come in handy. They can just sit there and watch it. No sound, but...
Right. That's one thing I wish we had with them, is sound. So that way if we're, when we have them up at night, we can hear. I mean, yeah, we set recorders next to the thing, but sometimes it's cool when you're going back to the video instead of having to try to find that same spot on the recorder. Jeez. Oh my Lord, Allie, that's funny. So many bubbles inside of bubbles. Well, you might have some of them like that.
Well, that's true. It keeps you awake while driving.
Yeah, that's true.
I always found cigarettes keep me awake when I'm driving, but I'm always in a car I can't smoke in.
Sorry.
Well, even with April, it's we've got 6 hours. You've got to let me have one cigarette in between these 6 hours. She don't want to stop.
She is on a roll. She is on a mission, that girl. We are out and about. We are on a mission. Okay. Quick potty break. You guys got 5 minutes. Go to the bathroom, do your business, and get back in this car.
It takes me 5 minutes to get to the bathroom because you park so far away. And then
you got tiny legs. You don't have big strides like I do.
I know, I can't. That's why I send you in to go shopping, because I can't keep up with you.
I know. Gosh, I'm usually already gone to the bathroom and everything before you even get up to the building.
No, we'll have to try that one. We've never tried the ghost bubbles with the ghost children.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That would be something interesting.
Yeah, never thought of that. That's a good idea.
We have tried the Etch-a-Sketch.
Mm-hmm.
And we have got, at 2 different places, we've got it to work.
Mm-hmm.
One was at the Cambry.
Mm-hmm.
There was an E on the Etch-a-Sketch when I went into the room.
Mm-hmm.
And then, where else was it? Granger.
Yeah, it was
We had a
Granger.
T on there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
we've gotten it to work a couple times.
Right. But you just never know. Oh my gosh. I'm like the Energizer Bunny on crack.
Yes, she is.
I am always on the go. Like, I am always moving. Like, that's just how I am.
That I don't know how we get her to stop to investigate. She's always on the go.
I am. I'm always, yeah. It's interesting, yeah, because I have a hard time sitting still for anything. But I will sit still for an investigation.
That's the shocker.
I know. It is a shocker. It's like, it's even hard for me at work to sit through, you know, a procedure. Like, oh, it's like, oh my gosh, what have I done? Like, I need to get up. I need to move. Like, sometimes I feel like I could nod off. But I don't. That's just how I am. I'm just a very high-strung person. I've been told I need to meditate more, but, you know, it's easier said than done. I try to sit here and meditate. I think the longest I've ever made it is 10 minutes for the meditation. And we all know what happened when I meditated. Then I did the mirror. The scrying.
No.
And everything went sideways from there. But, it could help. Do any of you ever meditate before you go on an investigation? To see if it helps you open up to the spirit realm? Oh, the sleepy Oh, my Lord. Thanks. Appreciate it. Ha 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 ha, you're so funny. I am really tired though tonight.
Oh, and another thing with beginners, never send anybody by themselves since they're beginners.
Oh, hell no. Especially in a location that, they're not familiar with, for one.
Yeah.
You don't know some of the areas, like, where there could be bad spots, and you're sending them, just go, and then,
Yeah,
fall through a hole or something.
I never send anybody alone when they go on an investigation with us.
Yeah.
I might walk the hallways alone, but
Same.
if I got somebody doing stuff, they ain't going by themselves.
No, No, I wouldn't do that either. And especially, Malvern, you got the attic. There's some holes up there. You gotta really watch out. But then also at Ashmore, you have that one area. I can't remember what building it is. Where
Ashmore's only one building.
Or not Ashmore. I meant Indiana State. You go up there and remember there's a soft spot in the floor they said to be careful with.
Yeah.
You went one way, but I can't remember which building that was in.
That's the main building.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've got the other building where you can walk up on the roof.
Oh, the
next
5
to
floors, yeah. Yeah. Oh, my stomach is... No, on our recorders you get a lot of me hiccuping.
Yes.
A lot of hiccups.
She gets hiccups when she investigates.
I do. For sure. And I get them at work too when we're about done with the procedure. That's when the doc knows. He's like, oh, time to wrap things up. Alison's got the hiccups. This has gone on too long. I don't know why I get them when we go on investigations.
I don't know.
When we get close to a haunted location, I get them. When we're at a haunted location, I get them.
And see, our team's all girls, so it's really cool when we get a man's voice on the recorder.
Oh, yeah.
Because none of us, we're all women on our team.
Right. And, yeah, because we got the one at the train depot. And it's like literally, I set the recorder down and I just turned it on, so it's very hard to, because you hear me click the button and then you hear a man say something about, it sounds like it says it starts right here or start right here or something, and it's a deep man's voice. And you can hear Kim and I talking about, setting it down, whatever, and whatever's going on, but you hear that right at the beginning as soon as I hit the button.
Mm-hmm. And that was right as you walk in the train depot where the passengers are coming off the train or onto the train.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always interesting to get that because, like I said, we're all females, we're all women on our team, so, like, to get a man's voice like that is, you're like,
That wasn't none of us.
Yeah. I mean, I could probably talk in a deep voice, but not like that one we caught on there.
Oh, and another thing for beginners, try not to whisper.
Oh, yeah.
I still have that problem, too. I catch myself whispering every once in a while, and then I have to go, that was me whispering so that I can catch it on the recorder, because...
Yeah. Let's see. Well, Valvern up in there in the attic there, it's blocked off the area that's got the hole, like you can't get to that part.
Yeah, he's got that all blocked off. But Indiana State, all they had was caution tape, which most of it fell down.
Yeah.
It was all laying on the floor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, but they are going through and renovating these buildings.
Yeah, they're trying to get... They gotta do so much till the money runs out, and then they do some more, and...
Yeah. It is a really cool place to go to. That's for sure.
Yeah, whispering's horrible, because you're listening to your recorder and going... Is that somebody whispering, or is that somebody answering us?
And the thing is that, so you sit there, and if you watch them on TV, what do? They fucking whisper.
Yeah.
You get somebody and they're like, oh my god, did you hear that? And it's like, fucking talk in your normal voice. Like, it's, they're going to hear you regardless. Like, if a spirit is listening, just because you're whispering doesn't mean they're not going to hear you. Like, hello.
Yeah, I'm always tagging myself. Allison, that was me whispering, because it's usually her recorder out.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Or I'll say, that's so-and-so whispering, or that's so-and-so's stomach.
Yeah. Oh, I love the stomach sounds on the recorder.
Oh, gosh. Oh, man.
Sometimes it really sounds like something's growling at you.
Oh, yeah, I know it does, because you're like, holy shit, was that a growl or somebody's stomach? Oh, that was somebody's stomach. Oh, boy.
Yeah, because you'll hear it at the end. That was my stomach.
Yeah. Yeah, you always got to call it out.
I know there's times you get into the thing and you'll forget to call it out, but majority of the time we're pretty good about it.
Yeah. Oh,
there we go.
Going with the hiccups.
What else could we tell them about? We're not right. We're not wrong on anything. This is our opinion on what we do.
Yeah.
Everybody has different ways. It's nice if you're starting out and you're not really for sure to see if you can go with the team.
Yeah.
See how they investigate. They could show you different ways too, and you just learn as you go.
Yeah. Kim and I have gone. When we were first starting out, we went to a lot of different events. We went to the study halls at Farrar. We did some events there. With different groups.
We've done
and
events at Malvern. We've done events at Edinburgh.
Yep.
Never got to any of the events at Granger, but we've done Granger.
Yeah. So, I mean, you do learn from some of those other investigators, too.
Yeah, you see how
some
they
things
do
you
it.
may like, and some things you may not like.
You might disagree with some of the stuff they're doing. It's you got to find your technique, but you're still learning from somebody else too.
Yeah.
Because everybody has their own technique.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And there's certain equipment this person might like, and this other person might not.
Right.
It's however you've just got to try it. And if you like the results from it, you can go out and buy it.
Right. Exactly.
Because pretty much most of your teams that I've been with, if they have a certain equipment you don't, they'll show you how to use it and stuff. And
oh yeah, for sure.
take you up and use it with you.
Yeah. So check them out. I mean, go to some of those different events. Network with other teams. You know, see what it's about. We've met a lot of great people doing that.
We've got a big family we call family.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And we're getting more and more into the family.
I know, which is awesome. That's the way it should be. I have no idea. Somebody's mind's in the gutter tonight. I'm not sure what.
I don't remember what I said.
Kim doesn't remember what she even said. So that's like me. I'll say something and then 2 seconds later I'm like, what did I just say? Like,
Hey, I'm getting old, so I got an excuse. Oh, whatever. I'm ancient.
oh, whatever.
You're still young.
Oh, no. No, I'm not. This gray hair says otherwise. Oh, man.
When you hit my age, then you can say you're old. Sorry. Oh, we're lagging a little bit. Oh, the show and the...
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it would kill a joke.
Oh, gosh. Oh, wow. Does anybody have any other questions or anything? Bueller. I'm running out I mean, I'm just like, I'm whooped.
Yeah, I'm pretty well. I've been up since 4 o'clock.
4:40 for me. I went to the gym.
I didn't go to the gym. I had to go to work.
There we go. Alright, well, if we don't have any other questions, do you have anything else you want to say, Kim, before we start wrapping things up for tonight?
Well, if you're in Iowa, the best place to start out with for a beginner, I would say, would be Granger.
Oh, yeah.
For a beginner. And then go from there and go to your more like Edinburgh and Melbourne Manor and...
Oh, whatever.
And Farrar's a good one for a starter to go to.
Which one?
Farrar.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Unless you want to be wild and crazy and pop your cherry first thing, you could go to Villisca like we did.
Yeah, we were crazy and went to Villisca our first one. But
yeah.
I don't regret going there for our first one.
No, I don't either. It wasn't really that bad.
And then you got the squirrel cage. We didn't get much when we were at the squirrel cage.
No. I mean, yeah, I'd like to go back there to see if, things have changed for us, but,
Pretty much. And then the Cambry, that's a good one for a starter.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Illinois there.
Mm-hmm.
Just right over the border of Iowa.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's pretty. It's haunted. Yes, we did get a lot of stuff. But it's a mellow, it's nothing, you're not going to get the Crankster or like you would at Edinburgh. There's a cranky one there. Or
Yeah.
Melbourne, you got Cranky Hank.
Cranky Hank.
When he wants to be.
Hank loves me.
I know he loves you, but he don't love anybody else.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he thinks I'm a dude. I don't know.
I don't know what you got with Hank going. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, because I'm able to try on his clothes, and he don't get all. He doesn't get all. Upset with me like he does some people. He doesn't call me derogatory names or anything.
No. He does Cynthia. Ooh.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, don't. But for beginners, you want to go somewhere pretty mild for your very first one to get the feel of things, and then work your way up to the others.
Oh yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm.
And Granger, we've always had stuff go on there.
Mm-hmm.
Just like when your daughter got touched.
Oh yeah.
It's like she was the only one that's ever got in touch with our group, when we've been there.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she didn't like that.
No, she did not like it at all.
I just think it was Dora telling her it was time to get up and do chores because she was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Kids got to get up and do chores before breakfast.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's about the time they would have been getting up for their chores when she got touched.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, she had a good night. We had stuff going on and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And she was liking it until she got touched in the middle of the night. And then she won't go back.
Yeah, no. Well.
We can't get her to go back. Maybe next year we got her going to one.
To Edinburgh.
Yeah, but there's a safe house.
There is a safe house, yes. That's right.
Safe house.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Can use quotations for that. Right? All right. Well, before we start to wrap things up, I just want to thank everybody who was in chat. We had Shay, we had Allie, we had Nico in there. So thank you everybody for being in chat. Thank you to everybody who is not in chat but listening. We do appreciate each and every one of you. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. So thank you for your continued support. Also, I just want to let you guys know that we do have some awesome guests coming up here within the next few weeks. We'll be talking about some labyrinths. We have somebody who's going to be talking about metaphysical things. We also have in December a repeated guest. She's going to be coming on. She has a new book out called Bridge Jumpers, which or bridge jumping, I should say. Sounds pretty interesting. It's basically about somebody who passes on. They are cremated and divide their ashes up between 12 of their friends, and then they are to do with what they want with it. So tune in for that for more information on that. That's coming up as well. And we've got some other things in the works too about astrology and things like that will be pre-recorded ones later on, because with timing and things, and they're across the pond. So stay tuned for more information on those shows as well. And thank you everybody for joining us, and I hope that makes everybody happy, because you're only being gypped 1 minute, so instead of 7. So
I got her to stay on longer.
That's
I kept pinching her.
You kept pinching me. Funny. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us, and I hope everybody has a great night, and peace out until next week.